This video shows how we process internet submissions. And so when we go into Jenzabar and put in the word internet, if we have the permissions here, we can process those submissions. It brings up a screen something like this. There are different kinds of permissions for various things that are allowed to be submitted here. So everything from library cards to requests for change in program can be submitted through the internet application process here. The one we're going to talk about today is just the changing of personal information. As these come in, this particular one is for advisors. There's also one for faculty and one for students because they have different capabilities for what they can request. But essentially, if you click on the personal information here, it'll give you a report of what it looks like. And if you click on the name, and I'm going to use myself as an example, if you click on the name, you can find out exactly what was requested. It brings up the Jenzabar screen, and I'll show you that in just a second. So if I were to go over to Jenzabar here and start looking at Jenzabar, I see something called personal info. If a person goes into the personal info area and biographical information, they have an editing pencil. And depending on your level and who you are, you can offer more edits or less edits. So when you make a change to this thing and then go to the bottom and hit submit, then essentially what happens is that it shows up over here. So here's that record that I just submitted. And it's awaiting approval. So when I click on the word process down here at the bottom, what's going to happen is a screen will come up with my information on it. And the way this works is anything that has been changed has been sent through the system. So it's seeing a change for a prefix here. You get the opportunity to decide if that's what we want to use or not. And I suspect the answer is SR is not right. So it's probably professor. And so we can go ahead and do that. And then basically each time you move between these tabs, it will cause you to have to decide if you want to save the information or not. I skipped over the biograph tab because it has a lot of personal information on it, but when we come to the address tab here shows that the item that was changed was the phone number, and we can decide to accept that or not. And if we do, we can hit Control S for save, or if I were to try and go out of this screen and go somewhere else, it would ask me if I wanted to save that information. So that made the change that now should be reflected back into the MyCC system with an update. And that's how you process these changes.